Hello guys, a shout out to you all. So in this one we'll be taking a look at object-oriented programming in Python. Quickly we will be creating let's say I didn't think about this before, so it's just an instant stuff. So let's take a look at okay, a coffee shop. So a class, let's call a class for a coffee shop, and under that coffee shop we'll be talking about some of the attributes of that coffee shop. So we know that the characteristic of a class is that a class has object with some attribute, and those attributes actually has some methods in which they use to bring out some of their values. So let's take a quick dive into what we mean by the coffee class shop. Let's look at the coffee class shop as an example. So we create a class and we call it coffee underscore shop, and that we initialize the class by the function init, and in that init we will be declaring the self attribute, and that's in initialization. And for a coffee shop, I say we have a coffee flavor. Yeah, okay, so let's say, and we have let's think about something else. Coffee, let's say the cost, should in case you want to calculate the profit of your the profit that you make per selling each of your coffee later on. So next thing we'll be doing is that we will instantiate each of this object, and we'll say self dot flavor equals coffee underscore flavor. And my keyboard types faster than I do, and I don't like that. So self dot cost equals coffee underscore cost also. So we want to be able to change the flavor of a coffee. Let's say we later on we want to maybe a customer has a preference for the coffee flavor, and he or she wants to change the flavor later on. So what we'll be doing is we just say change flavor, and inside that we declare, so we call the self attribute. So we declare it self, and let's call it new coffee. And what do we want to do? We just want to say that self dot of a flavor flavor equals new underscore flavor. Okay, so that's that. So we also want to calculate the profit that we make. So define profit, and inside it we also call self. And what do we need to calculate the profit? We need the price once we have the cost up here. So we just say that return price minus self dot cost. So that's just all we need to do that. And down here we want to calculate the percentage profit. Let's call it per profit, and inside that we have self, and we have we also need a price, right? So we need a price and return. So what we need to return is just the price minus self dot cost, and divided by 100. So as not to have trouble later on, let's just put this into parentheses first. Then we are done with what we want to do. If you like, you can actually play around with this by changing the price. Also, you can change the price if you like, and you can give it more attributes. You can also go further and deeper into this stuff. So the next one we want to do, we want to print some of the stuff. No, not yet. So we like to put give these attributes some values, right? Because they don't have values yet. So let's say the initial value, let's store them in a kind of a variable called coffee, and we like to call coffee shop coffee underscore shop inside that particular variable, coffee underscore shop. and let's say the initial flavor, let's call it chocolate, and I don't like this keyboard. So let's call the initial flavor chocolate, and let's call the price 30. So let's go for that. And for us to be able to get the stuff, we just be calling each of these attributes. We will be calling when we call each of these attributes, what we'll be getting is the value of each attribute, but we won't be calling them by the coffee shop. Instead, we'll be calling them by the coffee variable. So we'll say coffee and print coffee dot cost. And should we print cost first, or let's just say flavor? And it doesn't matter how you print it out, it's just going to come out fine. So coffee dot cost, and so we also want to print, we want to see the profit. Okay, so profit, coffee dot profit into let's say if we sold it at the rate of 50, maybe $50, 50 whatever, 50 naira, then we also want to see the percentage, coffee dot per profit. We also want to see the percentage profit that we make. Okay, so we want to see the percentage profit that we make, and for this $50, okay, let's say we want to see if it's $59. All right, so we want to print new flavor too. So for us to be able to do this, we've not actually changed the flavor, so we need to change the flavor before we'll be able to print the new flavor. All right, so we just say coffee dot flavor. That's after we must have changed the flavor. So the flavor we want, the new flavor that we want, is actually milky. We don't want chocolate anymore. So the customer doesn't want a chocolate anymore, so he wants a milky flavor now. But for us to get through these, we need to do something first, and we say coffee right here before we print this last one. So coffee dot change flavor into so one coffee dot change flavor into milky. Okay, so that's cool, right? Okay, so we want to make this thing cleaner, so let's just say dot format and here dot format, close it, and like some stuff right here. Okay, the flavor is in the format. So let's just copy this whole thing and bring it down here. So close the bracket. Close the bracket. So dot format, and we open a bracket right here, and the cost, let's correct the cost here, and we also want to see that here, the format, open a bracket, and close the bracket here. Okay, so we also want this format, open a bracket, and we close the bracket here, and coffee dot change flavor, and so here instead of the flavor we need a profit, is whatever thing, maybe we want to print it in dollar or in naira, anything we want to print it in. So we put this here, and right after this place we're just going to put plus and percentage. All right, so right here, press it. So my preferred flavor, or say customers preferred flavor. I say preferred flavor is format of flavor. All right, cool. Right, so let's see if this is going to actually come out clean. The new flavor is not divine. New flavor is not divine. Name error, new flavor is not divine. Where is that coming from? Oh, up here I have new coffee and I called new flavor, so it should be new flavor. Oh, new flavor. So let's run our shell again. Format coffee, where is that? Okay. a lot of mistakes right there. So let's see, let's close this and let's print. Strange object is not callable. I don't know what is wrong with me. We don't need this actually. All we just need is just this. All right, cool. So this is the output. So we have the flavor is chocolate and the cost is 30. We can actually print that to be a bit more finer. Say this, and the cost is the cost is now $30 and the profit is $20 and the flavor is, oh, what is that? So the percentage profit, the percentage, well, this is not necessary anyways. You can correct that on your own if you are doing this with me. So the percentage profit is 0.29% and the preferred flavor is milky. So this is what we have for this tutorial. It's just preamble to object-oriented programming. If you're looking into going into some sort of website development or creation of a database, these are some of the things you can actually do on your database when you start doing some stuff down there. And it's also very useful for you if you want to go into data science. This object-oriented programming is sweet, and you can actually play around some of the stuffs like keyword hacks and ARGS, and change some of the stuff like instead of having coffee cost here, you can actually have some kind of empty list and change stuff and play around how things can come out later on. So thank you for watching this tutorial. This is all I have for now, and until next time, if you like this video, you can just put a like on this video if you enjoyed it. And for the 3 subscribers, I say a shout out to you all. Miracle Lanyako, I see, I hail you if you're watching this video, and for all those that are watching this video, I say shout out to you all. So I'll keep posting some of the tutorials and some of the basic stuff in Python, and maybe next time we'll be taking a look at how functions really work in Python, and maybe later on maybe for loops and while loops. All right, have a nice day or a nice night wherever you are. God bless.